For the next 3 days, you are going to speak to yourself like a conqueror, not like a victim, not like someone who doubts. For 3 days, you will command your own mind with words of absolute certainty. Tell yourself, I am strong, I am focused, I am disciplined. Nothing can break me, nothing can stop me. Speak it with fire, speak it with force. Speak it until every nerve in your body obeys. Most people fail because they allow the voice of fear to speak louder than the voice of power. But for the next 3 days, you will silence weakness. You will crush doubt. You will only speak words that strengthen your resolve. Morning, noon, and night, talk to yourself like a warrior preparing for battle. Say, I decide my future. I create my reality. I do not quit. I do not settle. I do not bow down to excuses. Do this for 3 days with relentless intensity, and you will feel your spirit rise. You will feel energy, focus, and confidence take control. You will begin to move differently, act differently, and believe differently. Your words are commands. Your commands become habits. Your habits shape your destiny. So for 3 days, give yourself no escape, no weakness, no negative talk, only strength, only power, only certainty. Talk to yourself like a champion, and soon the world will have no choice but to recognize you as one. Self-talk is destiny-shaping power. Say that again inside your mind and let it echo. Self-talk is the invisible hand that pulls the strings of your future. What you whisper to yourself when nobody is watching is the blueprint of the life you are building. Most people think destiny is decided by luck, by chance, by circumstances. Wrong. Destiny is carved in the silence of your own mind, in the conversations you have with yourself every single day. If your words are weak, your life becomes weak. If your words are powerful, your life becomes unstoppable. Every time you open your mouth and speak to yourself, you are either feeding the fire of greatness or pouring water on it. Every phrase is either building a warrior or creating a victim. And the truth is brutal. You cannot escape your own words. They shape your belief. They program your subconscious. They determine the quality of your decisions. And those decisions build or destroy your future. Tell yourself you can't, and you will find proof everywhere that you are right. Tell yourself you are strong, and suddenly strength shows up in your actions. The human mind bends to repetition. It does not argue. It obeys. If you tell it, I am not good enough, it accepts it and creates a life that proves it. But if you tell it, I am powerful, I am capable, I am unstoppable, it also accepts it, and it creates conditions that reflect it. This is destiny-shaping power. Stop underestimating the words you breathe into your own soul. They are not harmless. They are not small. They are orders, commands, marching instructions for your future. Every day you are programming yourself either to rise or to collapse. That's why some people never break free from mediocrity. They are prisoners of their own weak language. They rehearse failure every morning before the day even starts. They speak defeat before they even step into battle. But you are different. You must be. That's why you're listening to this. From this moment on, your self-talk cannot be careless, casual, or weak. It must be deliberate. It must be fierce. It must be the language of someone who refuses to bow down to excuses. Speak like a leader, and leadership will rise in you. Speak like a conqueror, and obstacles will shrink before you. Speak like a champion, and you will fight like one. For 3 days, only 3 days. Speak only power. Morning, command yourself. Midday, remind yourself. Night, reinforce yourself. Every moment is an opportunity to speak destiny into your blood. Say to yourself, I am focused. I am disciplined. I am moving forward. Nothing can shake me. Nothing can break me. Speak it until it burns into your subconscious. Speak it until your body acts without hesitation. Speak it until the world cannot deny the force you have become. And do not whisper it with doubt. Do not mumble it like a suggestion. Speak it as a decree. Speak it as law. The mind listens to the tone of your voice. If you speak weak, it treats it as weak. If you speak with authority, it treats it as command. Stand tall when you speak. Breathe deeply when you speak. Put energy behind your words. You are not just saying affirmations, you are engraving your future. Think about this. Every great achievement in history was born in someone's mind before it was born in reality. It began as self-talk. The leader who said, I will change this world. The fighter who said, I will not fall. The creator who said, I will make something that lasts forever. They spoke destiny into existence before the world believed it. That's the difference between those who build empires and those who live in regret. The empire builders spoke their future into being. Now the choice is yours. You can continue feeding yourself the language of limitation, or you can rise into the language of power. Understand this truth: no one else's voice has more authority over your life than your own. Not your critics, not your friends, not even your family. The voice you listen to the most is the one inside your head, and that voice is shaping the boundaries of your destiny. So if you truly want change, if you want to step into a higher life, start with your words. Program yourself with fire. Tell yourself, I will not stop. I will not break. I will not settle. Make your self-talk so strong that nothing external can drown it out. When fear whispers, your voice must roar louder. When doubt attacks, your voice must crush it instantly. When weakness tempts you, your voice must command strength. For 3 days, test it. For 3 days, talk to yourself like a conqueror. You will feel the shift. You will see the difference. The energy in your body will change. The focus in your mind will sharpen. The world around you will begin to bend to your will. Because self-talk is not empty, it is destiny-shaping power. Remember this: words are seeds. Plant weakness, reap weakness. Plant strength, reap strength. Plant courage, reap courage. Plant victory, reap victory. The harvest is inevitable. The only question is, what seeds are you planting in your mind right now? Decide. Choose your language. Speak your destiny into existence for 3 days. Talk like a warrior, and the world will begin to recognize a warrior. Talk like a champion, and you will rise as a champion. Talk like someone destined for greatness, and greatness will begin to move toward you. Self-talk is destiny-shaping power. Guard it, use it, master it, and watch as your future bends to the command of your own voice. You are either programming your mind or you are letting the world program it. There is no middle ground. Every second your mind is being shaped, either by you with intention or by the noise around you without permission. And if you don't take control, the world will gladly take control for you. Look around. The world is full of distractions, fear pushed by headlines, doubt spread by people who quit on themselves, negativity disguised as entertainment. If you don't guard your mind, it will absorb this poison and call it normal. You'll start thinking thoughts that aren't even yours. You'll start believing limitations that someone else planted in you. That's what happens when you don't program your own mind. You become a puppet pulled by the strings of the outside world. But when you take command, when you deliberately program your own mind, everything changes. You choose what to focus on. You choose what words you accept. You choose what images you allow to live inside your imagination. And the mind, once programmed, does not argue. It obeys. Feed it weakness, it produces weakness. Feed it strength, it produces strength. Feed it excuses, it produces excuses. Feed it courage, it produces courage. The formula is simple, but the discipline is rare. You must understand this: every great achiever in history was a master of programming their own mind. They didn't wait for the world to tell them who they were. They decided. They didn't wait for approval. They declared. They didn't accept the limits society tried to hand them. They rewrote the script. And how did they do it? By controlling their thoughts, by feeding their minds a steady diet of power, vision, and belief. Ask yourself, who is programming your mind right now? Is it you or is it the world? If you wake up and the first thing you do is scroll through noise, then the world is programming you. If you listen to doubters more than you listen to your own voice, then the world is programming you. If you consume more negativity than positivity, then the world is programming you. But if you rise in the morning and declare with force, "This is my day, I control my path, I create my future," then you are programming yourself. And the difference in results is night and day. When you program your own mind, you are building armor. The world still speaks, but it cannot break you. The noise still screams, but it cannot enter. The distractions still tempt, but you walk past them because your programming is stronger than the influence outside. But if you leave your mind unguarded, you are like a computer with no firewall. Any virus can enter. Any lie can be installed, and soon you are running on corrupted code. That's why so many people live below their potential. Their software is infected. They let the world write their script, and now they live out a story that isn't theirs. Not you, not anymore. From this moment forward, you must program your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. Every day, feed it words of strength. Every day, command it with visions of victory. Every day, repeat to yourself, I am disciplined. I am focused. I am relentless. I am becoming the person I decide to be. Do it morning, noon, and night. Do it when you feel strong and especially when you feel weak. Do it until your mind believes, and when your mind believes, your life will follow. Because here is the truth. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are programmed to expect. If your mind is programmed for defeat, you will sabotage every opportunity. If your mind is programmed for victory, you will rise no matter what stands in your way. This is why programming is non-negotiable. It is the difference between living as a slave to circumstances or living as a master of destiny. So decide. Take back control. Choose your thoughts with precision. Guard your mind like treasure. When the world tries to feed you fear, reject it. When the world tries to sell you doubt, return it. When the world tries to drown you in weakness, stand taller and declare, not in my mind, not in my life. I choose strength. I choose power. I choose victory. Do this for 3 days. 3 days of intentional programming. 3 days of feeding your mind nothing but power. And watch how different you feel. Watch how focused you become. Watch how quickly your confidence grows. Because when you program your mind with strength, you walk differently. You talk differently. You move through life like someone who knows where they are going. You are either programming your mind or letting the world program it. One choice leads to freedom. The other leads to slavery. One choice creates warriors. The other creates victims. One choice makes you unstoppable. The other makes you invisible. Which choice are you making? Take control now. Program your mind with purpose. Speak to yourself with power. Refuse to let the world write your script. Your destiny belongs to you, and your words are the pen. Write something worth living. 3 days of disciplined words can rewire your future. 3 days. That's all it takes to feel the shift, to see the change, to prove to yourself that the power is in your hands all along. Not 3 months, not 3 years. 3 days of ruthless, disciplined self-talk. 3 days of refusing weakness. 3 days of commanding your mind with authority. And in those 3 days, you will begin to reprogram the course of your destiny. Understand this, your mind is always listening. Every word you repeat becomes a seed. Every thought you affirm becomes a root. The harvest of your life is nothing more than the fruit of your repeated words. Speak weakness long enough, and weakness becomes your reality. Speak strength with consistency, and strength becomes your identity. That is why 3 days matter, because for 3 days, if you control your language, you control your mind. And if you control your mind, you control everything. Most people don't fail because of lack of talent, lack of skill, or lack of opportunity. They fail because of undisciplined language. They rehearse their failures instead of rehearsing their victories. They talk about their limits more than they talk about their potential. They tell themselves, I can't, and then they live in proof of those words. They say, I'm tired, and their body obeys. They say, I'll try, and they never commit. Their life is the mirror of their careless words. But you will not live like that. You will test the power of disciplined words. For 3 days, you will refuse to speak weakness. For 3 days, you will not allow your tongue to betray your future. For 3 days, every word will be chosen with intention, with force, with vision. From morning until night, you will only speak the language of strength. I am strong. I am focused. I am disciplined. I am relentless. I am built for victory. Say it when you wake. Say it before you work. Say it when you are tired. Say it when doubt whispers. For 3 days, give your mind no escape from power. The brain bends to repetition. It does not ask if the words are true. It asks if the words are consistent. And when you feed it the same strong commands day after day, it begins to rewire itself to believe. The doubts weaken. The excuses shrink. The fear loses its grip. And suddenly, you act in alignment with your new program. You walk with more certainty. You work with more focus. You carry yourself like someone who knows they are destined for more. That is the rewiring process.